everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I am doing a fill. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and remove her gel top coat. As you can see, this set was all acrylic, no polish, so I'm having to go back and remove that gel top coat. So for this set we are going to do a back fill, and we're going to be using that same powder that we used, which was the Mia Secret Cover Pink. So once again, first thing I'm doing is I'm removing her gel top coat, and I'm using a medium drill bit for this. Alrighty, so as you can see, this set has been on for I believe over a month, and there's still no lifting. They still look really good. So remember, when you're doing nails, the key to having no lifting is you want to make sure that you prep the nail really good by removing the shine, and then at the end you want to make sure that you file around that cuticle area really good to seal that acrylic. That way you get no water under the nail, which will means that there will be no lifting and you can get a perfect nail. So make sure you keep that in mind. So once again, we're removing that gel top coat and filing the nails down for a feel. Alrighty, so then we're going to go in with my Tammy Taylor peel and stick cuticle pusher, and we're just going to push back those cuticles, and after that we're going to go back and prep the nail. Alrighty y'all, so now I'm gonna go in and remove the shine from her natural nail, and for that I'm using a 180 sanding bend. And let me tell y'all something. So people have been asking me what drill I use, and I sent people the link. So what I noticed today when I was about to send somebody the link, okay, so it used to be $27 for the longest. Now I went on eBay and all the drills like the one I use are gone. The only one that's left it's like $50. So how did y'all go from $27 to $50? So what I really think it is that I'm sending so many people over to eBay for this drill that they're like, oh, everybody wants to buy it, let's bump the price up to $50. So that really pissed me off. So I found another one on eBay, or not eBay but Amazon, that's $35. So that's still a little bit more than what I paid for it, but it's the same one, so I'll leave the link in the description. But anyways, after we prepped the nail, I went in and did my primer. Sorry, I did my primer, but my phone had one dead at the time, that's why you didn't see it, but I used my OPI Bondex. And now I'm going in with my Mia Secret Cover Pink, and then I'm also using my Mia Secret Pink. So as you can see, for that back part, for the cuticle area part, I'm using my Cover Pink. I place my bead down and I brush it down towards the tip, and then my pink, I'm just going back in with the pink if I need it, and that's just to kind of balance out if I need some on the tip or something, or if I need to just seal the back with that clear, or not clear but pink acrylic, the light pink or the translucent pink. Once again, I'm using my Mia Secret acrylic system, which is my pink acrylic, my Cover Pink, my liquid, and then I'm using my alpha brush in a number 9, and I'll leave the link in the description to these items as well. And remember, when you're doing acrylics, you want to make sure that you wipe around that cuticle area really good. And the key to keeping your brush clean while you're working is make sure that you're wiping your brush off a lot. As you can see, every time that my brush go down, I'm wiping off my brush on that paper towel. And the paper towels that I use are the Viva paper towels, and you can find these at Walmart, Dollar General, Kroger's, just about anywhere, and they are the Viva paper towels, and they're really absorbent, so that's why I like them. Once again, I'm using my alpha brush in a number 8, and we're doing a back fill. So as you can see, I dip my brush into my liquid, then into my powder, place my bead, and I brush it where I want it to go. And then make sure you clean around that cuticle area really good. Make sure that acrylic is not on the skin, because that will cause lifting. And then also just look at your nail from different angles and make sure that you have a nice and thick nail. Make sure they're not too thick and not too flat, because if not, they will break easily. So make sure that you have a nice apex, which is right around the back, right before you get to the cuticle, like in the middle, like right there. You place your bead, and then you want to make sure that that area of your nail is a little bit thicker, because that's where the nail gets its strength from, and that's what you call the apex or the arch. Alrighty, and you might be wondering why we're leaving on this ombre, and it's only because it would be too much to fall everything off, because it is all acrylic. Like I said at the beginning, the whole ombre is acrylic, so you either have to just keep that ombre on and just do a backfill with that same color you use, or you have to soak it off. So we didn't want to do a soak off, so what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that we use polishes that are going to cover up that ombre. So after this, we're going to go in and file the nails, or reshape the nails. Alrighty, so now I'm going in and reshaping the nail. So for that, I'm using a 100-100 nail file, and we are just redefining that shape, making sure that our tip is nice and straight, and we have that perfect coffin shape. Alrighty, so after filing the nails or after shaping the nails, we're going to go in and file the nail with our fine drill bit. You want to make sure that you're using a fine drill bit because you don't want to file too much acrylic off. So as you can see, I always focus on that cuticle area because I don't usually have any bumps or lumps. And sorry about that, but I actually got up to do something, and when I came back I ended up switching hands. So that's why I went from one hand to the other, but I'm going to go back to the first one. So once again, we are filing the nail and I'm using a fine drill bit, and I always focus on that cuticle area. Make sure that you seal that acrylic really good around that cuticle area because that's how you prevent lifting. So if you are a beginner, you might not be able to apply your acrylic really nice and even at first. So you will have to do a little bit more filing to make sure that you have no bumps or lumps. But for me, I have my application pretty down packed, so I really focus on that cuticle area really good because no matter how good your application is, sometimes you still have to go back and seal around that cuticle area to prevent lifting. And also, as you can see, this is an older set that I did probably 2 weeks ago or a week ago, but I forgot to upload it. That's why I still have my old nails on. But once again, I'm using a fine drill bit and we are filing the nails. Remember to focus on that cuticle area really good, because no matter if you're doing your prepping correctly, no matter if you're using the best primer, if you are not doing this part correctly and filing really good around that cuticle area, you will still have lifting, because I promise you that any little drop of water, oil, just anything will cause that nail to lift like the next day or so. So be careful with that. Okay, so after we finish filing the nails, I'm going to go back and buff them really good. So when you're buffing the nails, that's just to get any of the scratches on the nail that are left from the e-file. If you were to just apply your polish right after you file them, you will be able to see the scratches through your polish. So make sure you go back and buff them really good to make sure that they are nice and smooth. And after this, we're just going to dust them off and wipe them off with an alcohol wipe. Alrighty, so for our polish application, the first color we're using is our yellow in the color Mimosa by Madam Glam, which is a really pretty yellow color. It's really bright and it has a great coverage. And to clean around the cuticle area, I'm going to be using my French brush by Alpha Brush in the number 6, and I will leave those links in the description. Up next, I'm going to use this really pretty orange that I recently got in the color NY Islander, and it's a really pretty orange. As you can see, it's really bright and it is by D&D. And once again, I'm using my French brush to clean around that cuticle area to make sure that we have a nice and neat nail. Up next, we're using this Girl Power color by Madam Glam, which is this really pretty purple. And as you can see, all of these colors have a really good coverage. They are gel polishes. This one is by Madam Glam as well. And then up next, we're gonna go in with another one of our Madam Glam gel polishes, which is our Aqua Blue, and it's a beautiful blue gel polish. It's so pretty. Alrighty, and lastly, we're going to go in with another Madam Glam gel polish in the color OMG Pink, which is this beautiful pink gel polish. And as you can see, they all have a beautiful coverage. You can't even tell that there was ombre under the nail. That's how good of a coverage it is. So up next, we're going to cure that hand for 30 seconds, and we're going to do the same thing on the other hand, except for this time we're going to kind of switch the colors around and do them on different nails. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go back and do a second coat on the first hand, and then after we do the second coat, we're gonna cure them for 30 seconds, and we're gonna go back and do a second coat on the other hand. So remember, you want to make sure that when you're applying polish, you do long strokes. You want to do one stroke in the middle, one on the side, one on the other side, and then come back and blend the colors. And then you also want to make sure that you get as close as you can to that cuticle area, and then also make sure you cap your free edges. And you also want to look at your nail from the sides to make sure that there is polish on the whole nail. And after we do that, we're going to cure each hand for 30 seconds. So once again, when you're polishing nails, you do one stroke in the middle, and then you do center, side, side, and then you come back and blend the colors. Remember, you do one in the center, and then one on the side, and one on the other side, and then you come back and blend the colors. So it's pretty easy. You also want to make sure that when you're polishing nails, that you're using polish that is not too old, and the way that you know if it's old, if it's thick and hard to apply, because that will give you a really hard time when polishing nails. Alrighty, so once we've done our polish application, we're going to go back and do a whole bunch of bling. So for that, I'm using my Mia Secret Gel Resin, my wax pencil, my SS6, and my SS12 bling. And then we're just going to just randomly apply some bling on every nail. And then we're also going to be applying some big pieces. So once again, I'm using my Mia Secret Gel Resin, my SS6, my SS12, and then we're using my wax pencil to pick up the rhinestones. Alrighty, so for our big pieces, I'm going to be using this bling gel. I pick it up with my French brush. I lay it on the nail wherever I want it. And then I'm going to go in with my wax pencil and pick up those bigger pieces that I'm going to use. And then I just place them around each other and make sure that it is laying on that gel. And then after this, we're just going to cure that for about 60 seconds to make sure that that gel is nice and dry. So it's really easy. Once again, I apply that gel. It's like a really thick gel for bling. I place it right on the nail wherever I want it. Pick it up with my little French brush, or you can use a gel brush. And then I pick up my bling with the wax pencil and just apply it wherever I want it. And for the rest of the nails, we're going to go in with our Mia Secret. Once again, we're using the Mia Secret Gel Resin. And then I'm using my wax pencil, my SS6 and my SS12. And then we're just going to randomly apply some bling again. Alrighty y'all, so this is the final look. They turned out so pretty. Those colors look beautiful together, and it actually reminds me of like the Finesse video with Bruno Mars and Cardi B. But anyways, they turned out really pretty. They're so shiny. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNailed32, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And also I will be announcing the winner of my giveaway this weekend, so you guys can stay tuned for that. Once again, thank you for watching.